the question comes up from time to time: should I bring up my VA rating? And I actually, I'm going to go a different direction than a lot of creators and say uh, that can be, I don't want to say complicated, but I got mixed feelings about it. Whether you're 10%, 20%, 30%, 100% permanent in total, uh, maybe you should ask yourself a question like, if you bring up your VA disability to civilians, what what good is it going to do? What benefit uh, will you derive from it? Will it make you feel good? Will it make you feel like you're doing better than them and you want them to know it? That's just a question that every veteran has to ask themselves. Particularly focusing on the higher percentages where the money really starts to uh, increase, particularly 100% permanent in total, which in most cases comes to around 4,000 a month or a little more than $4,000 a month. So if you do the math on that, that's um, um, quite a bit of money, around $50,000 a year, tax-free compensation. So revealing this amount of money that you get to strangers, essentially that's what they are. It's there's really uh, there's really no tangible benefit or intangible benefit. There's no psychological benefit, although it may seem like there is. Civilians do not understand the VA disability process, and furthermore, civilians don't understand much about veterans, even when those same civilians may have veterans in their family. It's one of those things where if you're not a veteran, you really don't understand veterans, what they go through, the disability process, and a lot of other things. The traveling overseas, um, the fact that you can get deployed at any moment. So trying to impress people who don't understand you anyway is uh, may not be the best idea. Having said all that, I will say that if you choose to let civilians know about your VA disability percentage, whether they ask you or whether you volunteer it, I wouldn't I wouldn't volunteer too much information. I mean, if you say something as simple as, hey, well, essentially it's like I get a pension or whatever the case may be. Keep it light. Don't go into details. Um, don't start discussing the CMP exams that you may have went to get all this. It's just I wouldn't advise doing that. Uh, so you know, and like I say, there's a lot of veterans out there who uh, what they'll tell you is they're strongly advised, hey, don't tell anybody about your compensation. And then they'll start talking about there's people still watching you, like the VA and other people, and mainly I think quite a few of those folks are talking about those veterans who may have gained VA disability through fraud or illegitimate means. Those veterans for sure shouldn't be broadcasting their disability or what have you. What I'm talking about is veterans who have legitimately gotten VA disability. Uh, they also should, weigh the pros and cons if they want to discuss their VA disability. Uh, I have a video I want you to take a look at, and this guy is pretty much uh, on his position is don't say anything, um, and I'll let you watch the video.
If you're getting VA disability, please stop this. Quit going around and bragging and talking about your VA disability. Not that you're not warranted or earned it, but there's Blue Falcons out there, your friends, your family members, other coworkers, other veterans, just waiting to report you. How do I know this? They come to my lives and ask me, how do I report people?
Now, what he's saying is that there's people out there who would enjoy nothing better than to tell on veterans who have VA disability, whether it be, you know, whether they got it legitimately, illegitimately, to just go and uh, just tell on them, just for the sake of. And I'm not going to even discuss whether it's jealousy or, I have no idea what it is. But my argument for that is, if they didn't come into possession of the information about your VA disability, then they would have nothing to report. So it's kind of a mixed bag. I would never tell veterans what they should and shouldn't do. I feel like most veterans are autonomous and can make their own decisions about, you know, what they want to do or what they don't want to do. But it's just, it's really, uh, the, your disability rating is really for you and your family, in terms of people who need to know. You know how they always say, you hear the saying, it's on a need to know basis. So whether someone needs to know or not. So your family needs to know about your disability percentage. And when I say family, I mean definitely immediate family, wife, husband, um, son, daughter. But outside of that, um, it's it's not really going to be impactful for anyone else to know. Just my thoughts. Also, I want to end with this. For those veterans who are 100% permanent and total, or 90%, or even 70%, for those veterans that resides in states where uh, there's no property taxes, or the property taxes are greatly reduced, I especially wouldn't be saying anything to my neighbors about that. Um, that uh, Once again, there's no benefit that could come from that. You could even have a neighbor or two who gets pissed off, particularly if you're in a high property tax area and they got to pay, for example, 10,000 a year in property taxes, and let's just say you pay nothing, or maybe you might pay $1,500 a year. That could possibly generate some animosity. I just keep the information to myself. If you found this video helpful, give me the thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next video. Veterans helping veterans.